They keep telling you you're free. Free to work where you want, buy what you want, spend how you want. But have you ever noticed how every choice you make already comes pre-packaged, pre-priced, and pre-approved? That's not freedom. That's design. Because in this economy, control doesn't show up with chains anymore. It shows up with convenience. You don't feel the leash because it's made of comfort. Every generation before us was told the same story, that if you just follow the path, school, job, house, retirement, you'll make it. But they never tell you who built that path or who profits when you stay on it. Real freedom means ownership. Ownership of your time, your labor, your mind, and your data. And right now, almost none of that belongs to you. Think about it. Your paycheck gets taxed before you even see it. Your savings are devalued by inflation. Your investments ride waves controlled by insiders. And your digital life, every click, swipe, and search, feeds a system designed to predict and steer your behavior. They call it personalization. What it really is programming. When you log in, scroll, or shop, your freedom is filtered through algorithms written to keep you predictable. The system doesn't want chaos. It wants consistency, consistent spending, consistent dependency, consistent obedience. They sell you the illusion of freedom through an endless buffet of options. Do you want the blue card or the black one? The 30-year loan or the 15-year loan? Work from home or in the office? Each option looks like a choice, but they all feed the same machine. The illusion works because we confuse motion with progress. We think activity equals advancement. So we keep swiping, buying, upgrading, hustling, believing we're building independence, when in reality, we're building the walls of our own cage. Freedom today has become a brand. And like every brand, it's marketed, packaged, and sold to you. Financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom. Each one comes with a subscription fee, a service charge, and a set of fine print. They tell you to chase your dreams, but make sure those dreams can be financed through their platforms, approved by their algorithms, and insured by their banks. Even rebellion gets monetized. Every time someone breaks the system just adds a new product line. Crypto started as rebellion, and within years, the same institutions were minting coins and selling freedom tokens. AI started as liberation. Now it's another surveillance tool wearing a helpful smile. The pattern never changes. They let you feel empowered just long enough to capture your data, your attention, and your trust. Then they lock the door behind you, politely, digitally, permanently. Ask yourself, when's the last time you made a financial decision that wasn't influenced by fear? Fear of missing out. Fear of losing status. Fear of being left behind. That's not choice. That's conditioning. They've turned the economy into a behavioral lab, and we're all test subjects running toward rewards we don't control. They say, you can do anything you set your mind to, but you're not supposed to set your mind too far outside the lanes. Try opting out of the banking system. They'll cut off your access. Try earning outside the payroll structure. They'll audit you. Try living debt-free. They'll tell you you're missing opportunities. Freedom in the modern world isn't about options. It's about ownership. And ownership has quietly been transferred from individuals to institutions, from workers to systems, from creators to platforms. When your income depends on algorithms, when your identity depends on logins, when your choices depend on what's trending, you're not free. You're managed. The cruel genius of modern control is that it never has to say no. It just surrounds you with, yes, you can finance that. Yes, you can subscribe to that. Yes, you can buy now and pay later. Yes, you can express yourself, as long as it's profitable. And each yes is another string in the web. They tell you you're the customer. But if you're not paying attention, you're the product. Your attention is the currency, your data is the asset, and your compliance is the business model. True freedom starts with awareness, and awareness costs attention. That's why they flood you with noise. Because silence is dangerous. Silence makes you think. And thought leads to choice, real choice, the kind they can't monetize. You want to know who owns you? look at who you can't say no to. If you can't say no to the bank, to your boss, to the algorithm, or to your bills, then your freedom is leased, not owned. Every empire falls the same way, not when it loses power, but when its people stop believing in the story. The story that keeps them compliant. The story that keeps them chasing. The story that keeps them buying. And that's the secret they don't want you to realize. Control only works as long as you believe you're free. The moment you see the strings, the illusion collapses. The American dream wasn't freedom. It was financing. The digital revolution isn't liberation. It's automation. And the new economy is an opportunity. It's obedience dressed up in convenience. But here's the truth they can't erase. Freedom isn't granted. It's claimed. Not in slogans, not in status, not in systems, but in sovereignty. Sovereignty means knowing the cost of your comfort. It means owning what you produce, understanding what you consume, and choosing what you refuse. Because the only real power left in this world is the power to say no to manipulation. No to dependency. No to systems that sell you the key to a cage. You don't need permission to take control. You just need awareness and the will to act on it. So ask yourself again, are you free or are you managed? If your freedom comes with conditions, it isn't freedom. If your choices are designed, they're not yours. And if your comfort depends on their control, you've already traded liberty for luxury. The illusion of freedom is the most powerful control mechanism ever created because it keeps you defending your own cage. Break the illusion. Reclaim your attention. Reclaim your ownership. Reclaim your life. Because until you do, someone else will always be cashing in on your choices.